I'm just curious because next year she's going to be in high school, and I know it's going to be a totally different ball game, and I don't know if I'm ready for it. I'm excited for her. I know I have my eyes watering.
Yeah, it's okay.
I'm crying. No, I'm not.
Well, when we talk about our kids, sometimes I get teary-eyed too. I do miss it when they're at a certain age, and when I look at pictures, I'm like, oh God, where did time go?
It goes fast.
I mean, they're not kidding when they say don't blink. I mean,
it really does.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my gosh. And then, but for me, it's like when my son changed his voice. When the voice change happened, I almost lost it. I'm like. Hello, everyone. Welcome to In the Moment with Shaun and Maria, or Maria and Shaun. And when Shaun and I get together, we talk about so many topics that other women, especially moms, can relate to. And so we decided to share with all of you because it's like having therapy to be able to relate with other people and similar experiences. And so we are not alone. We can all go through things together. After all, sharing is caring. We are amateurs, so bear with us. It's like our first ever podcast video. So, what
holidays.
Are we talking about? No, not, well, holidays, yes.
Halloween.
But October is almost ending, so that means it's Halloween, right?
Yes.
And
you don't really celebrate it as much as your children do.
We did celebrate it when the kids were smaller, but then I guess when they got bigger, they just were more into the parties and stuff. So we didn't really go trick-or-treating.
So how do you go about your youngest daughter, like letting her go to parties? Like, do you drill her? Do you ask her questions where she's going? I mean, how do you determine if it's okay for her to go to a party or not? Because she's at that age where she's still in high school.
Yes, she would tell me where and who she's going with, and I just trust, I guess, pretty much. And I know her location, and she updates me when she's done, or when they're done with the party and things like that. It's a costume party.
Yeah.
So I kind of monitor more on the costumes, make sure it's appropriate, and
Absolutely.
And then just to make sure that they're safe. Because obviously some of these parties get really big, and there's different kids from different schools, and you don't know what goes on, and hopefully there are parents there that's monitoring and things like that.
Yeah, because my daughter's at the age where, I don't know, I guess we're almost in between, where when she goes to Halloween parties, it's optional for the parents to stay. So we kind of stay and hang out and let the kids run around, and they still absolutely go trick-or-treating. I'm just curious because next year she's going to be in high school, and I know it's going to be a totally different ball game, and I don't know if I'm ready for it.
Yeah, well, I guess you're never really ready for any stage of a child as they're growing up, but you cross that bridge when you get there. It's always you're going to find ways, and you're going to talk to other moms, and at that point too, they're probably going to be
it's going to be different. This is the first time where she's going to make friends, and I'm not going to know the parents.
True, but then you just well, I have to say, when it comes to high school, you don't really get to know the parents like when they were younger, because like when they're younger, you go to all these different parties and birthday parties and everything.
Absolutely, yes.
But then when they're older, no, you don't really get a chance.
I'm not ready.
So, but you just have to trust your child and trust yourself for bringing them up the way you should have.
Yes,
right.
Absolutely, it is a lot of trust.
And then, what was the thing that we were talking about with Halloween, as far as when at parties that to be careful?
Be careful. I think my biggest concern is like candy, because just the big thing about gummies and all that stuff, like you don't know what other people are going to give your child. And I think that's my biggest fear, is having a bowl full of candy and is it really candy?
Well, yeah, because you never know.
You never know. I mean, when I was younger, we used to have parties and we would get trick candy, but it was like it would make your teeth turn black, or it would be like super, super hot or something, but it was never like anything like hallucinogenic or anything like that. It was just a trick. So I guess it's just everything, the generations are changing, and that's where my concern really comes in.
Yeah. No, I know. I just like in general, like, because there's just so many kids there, you just never know. Because anything could happen when you have
Absolutely.
big parties and stuff, you know?
Yes.
You just pray that everything's going to be fine and safe. On that note, another thing that happened in October was just the dances and homecoming dances. It's all about, like, preparing the dress,
How's your
being
son?
asked. Like the big thing is like when a boy has like a billboard sign, and
Is your son gonna ask anyone to homecoming?
No. My son, my question is, are you even going to homecoming?
Has he talked about it, or
Not really. I mean,
he's just so chill?
he's 14. I mean, it's just like, are you gonna go to homecoming? I guess so. So when his friends, but as far as like asking someone on a date, I don't think he's there yet.
I don't think he's there yet either.
My daughter, on the other hand, did get asked by her boyfriend. So we did have the billboard, and it was really cute. I think it's all about being creative on how you ask the girl with the billboard sign, and then gave her like some stuffed animal, and and this blanket got like pumpkins on the
That's
it's
adorable.
It's really cute. I think it's just all about how they're being asked. But
my daughter they have school dances with 2 other schools, so they can, and it's almost required that they go to the school dances so they learn how to socialize. And her friend were just sitting down, and I guess some boys came up and asked her to dance, and she's like, Mom, I said yes, but then they got really nervous and scared and ran away. I thought that was adorable.
No, it's cute. It's cute. I don't know. It's crazy. I wasn't really ready for the boyfriend part, but I guess it is what it is.
Oh my
right?
goodness, yes, I don't even want to think about that. Luckily, she's not boy crazy, so I don't have to worry about that now.
Yeah, you're right. So what else was there in October that we have to...
Well, we decorate. I noticed like you don't really decorate. And my daughter,
no,
she's really funny.
Don't.
She
I'm just
has
not
rules.
into scary stuff. I can't. I really can't.
Yeah.
I can't even do scary movies.
I love decorating. So my daughter has rules. She doesn't like the cheesy, the door covers. So I got a big garage cover, and she's like, Mom, you can't do that. I'm like,
so
why? Cute. And what did she say? She's like, it's not done by a real artist. It's done by like AI. So you're taking away from the artist. I'm like, oh my goodness. Okay.
She knows that, huh?
Yes, she's really into like the fine art. So there's lots of
good.
rules
So
as
good.
far as what I can do and what I can't do, which I find very funny. Yeah.
Oh, so cute. But like I said, it's like this is our first podcast, so it's like trying to just what's been going on. I mean, like we've gone over that first 3 months of school.
Yes.
Yeah, it's just
This is my daughter's last year in middle school, so she's going to be starting high school. So they've been doing a lot of just touring of different schools and
that's that time of day.
getting ready for her to test. It's like getting her ready to go to college. It's crazy.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like when you pick your high school, you want to make sure that high school is going to prepare your daughter for college.
Absolutely.
Well, I've seen, like my oldest just started college, and she loves it.
But I know she had a time where she was
to
adapt to it and wanted to come home.
It's that first week was just the hardest. But I think once she got through the first week, then it's all good from there. It's just that she's never really been away from us. She never done camp or anything like that. So
And that's where I
the big
have sent my
adjustment.
daughter away to camp, and I'm
That's
really
good.
glad I did
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
But you would think the first time I sent her away to camp, you honestly would think that I was sending her away to boarding school. She's like, "Why are you doing this to me? Why are you making me go?" And
But then once she's there, she's fine.
those are some
right?
of her best friends
I
that
know.
she met at camp, or the
Exactly.
people that she talks to them way more than she talks to the kids that
That's
she
so
goes to school
good.
with.
That is so
Yeah.
good. I guess it's all with the personality, right? I mean, I guess my oldest is just always was so used to having sleepovers, and all her friends would just always sleep over.
But your
at
house is an open door. You have lots of kids at your house all the time.
all the time.
I can't imagine what your grocery bill's like.
High. Really high. The
Yeah.
snacks, just getting all those snacks
Snacks and-
everything else. But at the same time, the good thing is I know where my kids are.
Absolutely.
Like, I just don't have to worry.
Definitely.
I just have to worry about their sneaking out.
And you've been going through that. You've been dealing with that.
Well, I dealt with it, but not. Thank God, it's like hopefully that's
Do
all.
you feel
done.
like you nipped it in the bud?
I hope so. I hope so.
Yeah.
You know, I guess that's part of.
And so, speaking of like
high
when your
school.
children sneak out, what are some of the things that you do as far as?
Well, I'm glad I
discipline?
got cameras now. I mean,
Oh, you didn't have cameras before.
No, in the beginning, we were just naive parents, didn't think about the cameras, then just kind of figure it out. So
Mhm.
we're gonna get cameras, so that stopped the
The sneaking out.
yeah. But then, I guess it made it not as much. I guess this is when I was dealing with when my oldest was still in high school,
Mhm.
but my middle one is not really so much into that. She likes sneaking people in.
In. I don't want to go anywhere, but you can come over.
People can sneak in.
Don't use the door. Come through the
No,
window.
go through the window. No, yeah,
That's too
No,
funny.
it's crazy. It's like my first one. She just wanted to go out, so she. Yeah.
It's so funny because I realized that my daughter's bedroom door, it's squeaky.
Oh,
And
then
I
you can hear.
love it. Every time she opens the door,
Yeah.
like I can hear her.
Yeah.
So
I know. And this is the thing. It's like we didn't get a dog until like, I don't know, we got a dog.
You've had your dog
for 3 years now.
Yeah.
But he's so good.
He doesn't bark?
He doesn't bark.
Yeah.
Unless it's a boy.
Oh really? Well that's a good
Yeah.
alarm.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. But if they're sneaking upstairs, I wouldn't know. The dog wouldn't know
Yeah.
unless it's in front of him. You know.
And so what kind of discipline do you do for your children when they break the rules?
Well, it's just and when they were younger, grounding definitely helped, and then taking away the phone and stuff like that.
Yeah.
As they got older, it's just what really matters the most. I mean, yeah.
Depending on what their biggest interest is.
Yeah, so that definitely, the grounding is more like people cannot come over. You cannot have people sleeping over.
And that's something that your daughters love to do.
Like friends. It's like our house is Grand Central Station, so yeah. And so it's not only grounding her, but grounding
And
her
her friends too. Everyone has to pay the price.
Right. So it's just and doing it while there's so much stuff going on, so they felt like they're really, really
Missing
they're
out.
missing out. The FOMO thing gets
Absolutely.
You know, so it's like I've done it. Like it comes to a point like I've done everything I need to do. It's like when can I go? You know, it's like the hardest thing. And it's like, well, gotta pay the price. Sorry.
Absolutely. And you have to stand your ground.
You have to, and I feel like it is, but it really depends. You just have to really feel it out, and I guess when you're older, it's about you can't have the car, or
Yes,
but we're not.
yes.
I'm
You're not really there.
I'm not there yet with her with the car, but I'm sure like
Is she taking her driving test?
soon.
Soon.
2 done, 1 more to go, right?
Well, we were talking about your youngest, your son. Like he probably has no desire to learn how
I
to
don't know.
drive.
He
or...
may because he's so. He definitely he's a person that does not like being late. So
if he had his own transportation, he can leave when he wants to leave and not depend on mom, who's probably still doing her hair.
No, I mean I'm the one who's ready to go, and
okay.
he's like, no, wait 5 more minutes. Like,
Why, he doesn't want to be too early either?
exactly.
Oh my goodness.
Isn't that crazy? But I'm more like, hello, if you're running late, then I'm gonna get blamed for that too. So
And you don't know if
and
there's
I don't
gonna
like
be
rushing, and I
traffic.
don't like dealing with all that, and then I get stressed out. My blood pressure goes high. No, I don't want to deal.
Absolutely.
So yeah,
Mhm.
but other than that, I mean, I think there's the first 3 months of school. It's like, aside from all the adjustments that we had to go through, like things are going good. Things for the most
For
part.
you, yeah, you have
Yeah.
a lot more to juggle around because you have more than one child. For me, it's a lot easier because I just have one, so
True.
I don't
Yeah.
have to like go 2 different places.
But you're a
or-
room mom, so
Yeah.
so I graduated from doing that. So.
Room mom / helicopter mom. I mean. All in my daughter's business.
Yeah, no, but it's kind of, but it's nice to like be so involved when they're young, when they're
It
younger,
is.
and I do
and
miss
while
that.
they want you to.
That's what I'm saying. While they want you to,
Absolutely.
so cherish the people
Yeah.
when they want you to be around, because there's just going to be a point when they don't want you there, and it's going to be like, huh?
Well, I tease my daughter. I'm like, okay, well, when you go away to college, I'm gonna go with you.
If she wants you to
I'm
go
like,
rent an apartment, like
exactly.
close by.
I might even take a class with her. She was so devastated. She's like, Mom, please, no, don't. She took me so seriously.
She'd been like, when am I going to get rid of you?
Never, ever.
Oh my gosh, no. And this is the thing. So when my daughter, before she was going to, like that summer before she's going to go to college, I was just joking around. It's like, oh, so but I need for you to call me every day. I mean, half jokingly, half serious. Like, I need you to update me. I want to make sure you're okay. We need it.
Absolutely.
I'm just like, what do you mean, Mom? Seriously? Like, we don't need to talk every day.
But
okay?
she's the one.
But then now that she's in school, she's the one that's like, want to update us and want to say good
so
morning,
good. That's
say
so
good
good.
morning,
Aww.
and then say good night. So at least she knows, like, just so that it makes her feel good, and then it makes us feel good.
Exactly.
But the thing is, she's the one initiating it. We're not the ones that. So
Good job,
I'm
Mom.
just, yeah, right. I know. I'm just happy. I'm just happy that I don't have to feel like I'm crowding her. She's the one that
You gave her space, and
Yeah.
now wants to make sure that she stays close to you. And
Yes, so I'm
love
happy. So
I
I'm
hope
just happy.
I hope my daughter does that.
She will. Yeah, she will. So it's like, you guys have a really good relationship. So.
We do. I'm lucky that she does communicate with me. She tells me things that are happening, and sometimes it brings out the mama bear in me because she's at that age where some girls can be
Oh yeah.
not nice.
No.
And she's a
Trust me.
sweetheart and she's sensitive, and so, but I'm really proud of her on how she handles the situations. These are like kids that she's had the same class with since kindergarten, so I feel like she's growing out of them a little bit. She has different interests where some girls are boy crazy and she's more into the arts and
That's so good.
anime and
Oh.
all that stuff. So it doesn't bother her. I think in the beginning it did bother her a lot and her feelings were hurt. But now she's just like, I don't care. I don't have anything in common with them anyways. So
She's got to go with what she's
excited to start high school. She's excited to meet new people. She's excited to be in a bigger environment because
and
her
I think that
environment
helps
is so small.
too, because the grammar school is small.
It is, yeah. There's one class for each grade
Yes,
from
I
pre-K
get
to
it.
8th grade. And
Even though my kids love, I mean, they miss it. They miss the whole.
do they?
Oh yes,
because it's like a community, and you really do get to know the kids really well.
They do. They would talk about like, oh, we miss it. It's like, and then like my son, in high school, he still hangs out with his buddies from grade school.
Even though they don't go to the same school. They
Not
still
all
keep
of
in
them.
yeah.
Some of them.
Some
but
of
not
them,
all.
yeah.
But when they get together, it's that same group that
That's so nice.
graduated
Yeah.
together.
I guess you do. Yeah. I don't know if she's going to make any
And I think
bonding
maybe
relationships.
it's because he's a boy. I don't know. It's just, it just makes it easier, you know.
I don't know. I have a girl.
Well, she's gonna meet new friends in high
Exactly.
school.
And I'm excited because she can
Yes.
pick her elective classes and
Yes.
surround herself by like people who she wants to hang out with. So I'm excited for her. I know, I have my eyes watery.
Yeah, it's okay.
I'm crying. No, I'm not.
Well, when we talk about our kids, sometimes I get teary-eyed too. I do miss it when they're at a certain age, and when I look at pictures, I'm like, oh God, where did time go?
It goes fast.
I mean, they're not kidding when they say don't blink. I mean,
it really does.
You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm like, oh my gosh. And then, but for me, it's like when my son changed his voice. When the voice change happened, I almost lost it. I'm like,
was it a point where it was like really high and awkward?
It was just in a matter of weeks. Like, I think, when did it happen? I'm trying to think. It was probably in 8th grade when it started.
Oh my gosh.
Really happening. And it was just, and it went from, within like weeks of starting, I'm like, what? It's like the voice changed, and then it just got deeper and just deeper. And
how did you handle it? I mean, did you kind of act like it wasn't happening, or did you talk to him about it?
I mean, I kind of sensed it was starting, it's going to happen, but I just never dealt with it because like my first 2 kids were girls, so
exactly, you have to deal with other things.
So, and now this is my youngest is the boy and the baby, so it's just not only I know he's getting older, but it's just that voice now. It's like, oh my God, he's a man. It's like, where's my baby? Like, get him out of there. It's like, oh, and I'm like thinking, damn, I should have like recorded his voice when he, like what? But then I would go to old videos on my phone, and I'm like, oh, and then I would, okay, so
well, your son doesn't talk a lot, so I haven't heard his voice. Is it deeper or?
It's deeper.
Is it deeper?
But it's just, but you know how do you do Google, like the Google Photos and stuff, or it just sends you memories?
I love the memories.
And then you'd be like, oh my gosh, and you're always like crying. So when I get something that's really, really good, so I would send it to my son, and like, this is how I see you even now, and he just sends me like, I don't know, an emoji or whatever.
Emoji. Is it this emoji?
It's like, I don't know. It was just like nothing like, oh mom.
No.
Girls would be like, oh mom, but the boys like none. Anyway. Well, the trick or treating, I mean, you can talk more about that. I mean, gosh, we haven't done it in like a couple of years now. It's more parties.
Well, I don't know if you knew this, but for the longest time, my daughter thought she was allergic to chocolate.
Why?
So when she was probably 4 years old, she bit into what she thought was a blueberry muffin, and it was a chocolate chip muffin. And all I said was, she made a face when she bit into it. And all I said to her was, ooh, look, see, you don't like that. And she turned it into, oh, I'm allergic to it. So I never corrected her. All the teachers were like, is your daughter really allergic to chocolate? And I'm like, well, what did she say? So I never lied. I was just like, if she said so.
Oh my goodness.
And then one time her godmother was making brownies, and she was like, here, taste this brownie. And she's like, oh no, I can't. I'm allergic to chocolate. And this was like maybe 3 years ago. So for the longest time, she thought she was allergic to chocolate. She's like, you're not allergic to chocolate. Eat this brownie. So she was so mad at me. She's like, what else have you been lying to me about my whole life? I'm like, let's get this straight. I never lied. I just never corrected you. So now she doesn't love chocolate, where she just like gorges on it. But yeah, she eats chocolate. So for trick-or-treating...
So now she loves chocolate.
Now she loves chocolate. But for Halloween, we would always take the chocolate out because she thought she was allergic to chocolate.
Oh my gosh, so wait, what's her favorite chocolate?
Kit Kats.
Oh, I used to love Kit Kat. And that's the one, I remember, oh my God, when the kids would go trick-or-treating, like my husband and I would go through their bag. Yeah. Oh, but we're sorting the stuff that we want to keep. Like, he likes the Reese's Pieces, and I like the Kit Kats and the M&M's. I like the Peanuts M&M's, but the kids are like, Mom, Dad. They like their Hershey's and all the good ones too. So, but then now I'm like, get this away from me. I don't want the candy. You know what I mean?
because if you see it, you want to eat it.
Oh yeah,
I know.
absolutely. We used to put it all. We used to combine all the candy and put in this one big pot. Like,
oh my god!
Yeah,
so
and
you
then-
had so much.
So if somebody wants, it's like they just keep growing. And I remember my husband would like, "You need to, can you
Just
just
get rid of it.
Get
Just
rid
get
of
rid
it,
of
'cause-
it.
or else I'm." He can't stop.
Oh, see,
So it's like he just loved the chocolate.
yeah.
So I'm like,
Luckily for me, okay, so my daughter, she has her little quirks. If something is like even like cupcakes or cake or anything like that, if it's been out for like more than a couple of days, she won't eat it.
that's probably from you, Shaun.
No.
Did she get that from you?
I don't think so. I mean,
Oh,
I think she just wants everything to be really fresh. So even like her Halloween
See, but that's what I'm
candy,
saying. You like everything fresh and
organic.
That's what I'm saying. She probably got it from you.
Maybe, but I mean, even with the Halloween candy, like there's really no expiration date on candy, is there? But she
No sugar, no.
she won't eat it. Like after like
That's
a couple,
good.
I know.
That's really
so
good.
I mean, I'm like, okay, no
Right?
problem.
I know. But but going back to Halloween, I just I was never I guess ever since I watched The Exorcist when I was young, so long ago.
The original.
The original, no, and the head turning and all that, and the voice changing. I'm like, I could not. It just scared. I got traumatized by that, so I cannot watch any
Scary movies.
No, I mean I remember watching Halloween, the original movie Halloween with Michael Myers and all that stuff. I just freaked me out, and I just cannot. I can't do it.
See, for me, I used to love scary movies. And then for some reason, when I got pregnant, I couldn't watch scary movies anymore. So I stopped watching scary movies. So then now, let's go back to like last year. My daughter really started getting into scary movies. So I had to start watching scary movies again.
Oh my god. Oh my god, it just totally freaks me out. Maybe that's why I said, okay, I love it if it's costume party, but then my costumes are never like gore.
Gory.
It's like Cleopatra. like I like the glam. I
And
don't.
I still dress up for Halloween.
But do you like the gory like?
No. So for the longest time, I was lucky where me and my daughter, we would dress up. Like one year she was Wednesday and I was Morticia.
Wednesday.
And
Is
then-
that show still on?
It is. Yeah.
Oh god, I was.
Adam's Family. Well, it comes on
The-
during Halloween.
Yeah, I mean, I was really into it like when it came out.
Yeah. And then one year she was Alice and I was the Queen of Hearts.
Oh.
Yeah. So now she's really into anime and I don't know anything about anime. So I'm going to be Catwoman. Just because I have the black pants.
You know what? I don't mind being. Yeah, I think my daughters have been Catwoman because they had the outfit.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Well, it's coming up soon. I still
know.
haven't bought candy, and I need to buy candy.
I haven't bought
But
candy either.
I am in the neighborhood though, when we don't really get that many
Trick-or-treaters.
No.
Yeah. We get trick-or-treaters. We have, I don't know if you're on Nextdoor. And so-
I haven't used that app in a while though.
They map out like what houses are giving out
Oh,
candies.
Maybe I should
But
go
ju-
into mine.
But then there's like a couple of blocks down the street. It's just full of kids, and they almost like block off the street. So it's really
Well,
fun.
see, it's nice when you
It's
have
fun.
it's like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe I'll just go where you're at.
We're gonna dress up the dog. No, I'm just gonna put like a black
Oh
cape.
my
I'm
gosh!
just gonna put a black cape
you
on
know
him.
when my dog is so big, I think I tried buying it. Oh no, my daughter did last year. She was gonna dress him out like a gangster looking with all the chains.
big gold chain.
It was too small.
Aww.
But he's just, that was the largest one they had, and he was just such a big dog. And I'm like, sorry, dude.
Yeah.
He was so looking forward to wearing that too.
Your dog is funny. Your dog loves to take pictures. Your dog thinks that he's a supermodel. And he is a very, very beautiful dog, but it's
Oh my
hysterical how he knows it.
I think because we just like, let's do a selfie.
And your dog's like, I'm ready.
All right. Well, on that note, that's our October fall and ready for Halloween to be here, and then that's it. And then so we look forward to seeing you, and on our next episode, we'll probably talk about change the weather and everything else with the season and whatnot. Anyway,
Thank you for tuning in.
thank you for tuning in and welcome to our first podcast.
Yay, we did
Yay.
it. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.